Tonight, we report on a drive-by shooting in Larson and the sentencing of a Moses Lake man for stealing a van from a charity. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Tonight, find out which high school basketball teams pulled off huge upsets over the weekend. So what's Mother Nature have in store for us tonight?
Good to be with you, everybody. Dry conditions in much of the extended forecast, but there is a weak storm system in store. I'll have all the details for you in just a few moments.
All this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
The Grant County Sheriff's Office is looking for 2 males in a white Kia after they conducted a drive-by shooting in the 1200 block of Arlington Drive in Larson this afternoon. One young man was hit by the gunfire. This is in the same area as a Saturday evening drive-by shooting where several people reported hearing multiple gunshots at about 7:45 p.m. The shots came from a dark-colored 1997 to 2002 Pontiac Grand Am with at least 2 males inside. The Grant County Sheriff's Office reported the vehicle fled the area after 2 parked vehicles were hit by the gunfire. The motive and the target of the shooting are unknown. Anyone with information about the shooting can contact the Grant County Sheriff's Office at 509-762-1160 or send an email to crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. The point-in-time count of homeless people in Grant County is about to get underway. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
Finding out who's homeless in Grant County and extending an offer of help is what the annual point-in-time homeless count is all about. The homeless count takes place early Thursday morning in every population center of the county and some lesser-known reaches as well. About 40 volunteers from around the county gathered last week in Moses Lake to learn or review the best ways to conduct the count and fill out surveys. The information they gather will determine where the homeless are staying, be it in remote campsites, in a car, or an abandoned building. That information also is used in calculating federal funding to help the homeless. Stephanie Bonwell, Homeless Program Supervisor with the Housing Authority of Grant County, conducted the training session at Grant Integrated Services. Volunteers from various Grant County communities broke into teams and will walk and drive the streets to locate the homeless and approach them for the survey. The volunteers will also offer homeless people bags of necessities and share information about help options. The count will wrap up at Our Lady of Fatima Catholic Church, 200 North Dale Road in Moses Lake, where from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thursday, services will be offered as part of Project Homeless Connect. There, people can get haircuts, showers, clothing, immunizations, state benefits enrollment, food packs, employment information, medical enrollment, and other community services. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
A Moses Lake man is going to prison after stealing a served Moses Lake van, crashing it, and assaulting a nurse. Efrain Adami Madrid, a 20-year-old man, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to assault in the 3rd degree and taking a motor vehicle without permission in the 2nd degree. Adami Madrid was sentenced to 1 year in prison with an additional 6 months in community custody and drug treatment. Prosecutor Angus Lee said, by forcing the drug treatment, the defendant either stops doing drugs and thereby stops committing crimes or goes back to jail. Adami Madrid stole a served Moses Lake van from in front of a business on August 9th. He was seen driving south in the northbound lanes of Division Street. At least 1 car swerved to avoid the van before Adami Madrid collided with a pickup truck, causing the van to roll several times. Adami Madrid broke his leg in the collision and was taken to Samaritan Hospital, where he was accused of sexually attacking a nurse by fondling her and making sexual comments. We will be right back after this.
Each of the people you see here has warrants for their arrest and is wanted by various law enforcement agencies. If you see any of these people, the Department of Corrections asks that you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call police. You can also call the Department of Corrections at 509-764 1-800-761-8180 during the day or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m.
DQ $5 lunch. I'm really into it. One thing I can't decide. Is it chicken strips, fries, and a drink with a free sundae, or do you get a sundae with free chicken strips, fries, and a drink? Trick question. Both answers are correct.
Exactly, Sam. It's Fananomics. Entree, fries, drink, plus a sundae. The $5 lunch, only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food.
Hey, how do you TDM?
Fish taco.
Chicken burrito. No. Chicken taco. I mean,
I want fire on my burrito. I want jalapenos. I want habanero sauce. I want it hot, hot, hot.
Rice, beans, lettuce, tomato, and that is it.
I like nachos. I like nachos.
2 pork tacos with creamy chipotle sauce, and make it a combo.
Love fish tacos.
Gotta be fresh, gotta be fast, gotta be to go, gotta get out of here.
Stop by today and TDM with our new creamy chipotle sauce.
Hello, everybody. Good to be with you. I'm Ceci Gutierrez with your local weather report from the One News Weather Center, and it is brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. We begin with a quick look at your headlines, and unfortunately, that air stagnation advisory does remain in effect until this Friday, overnight hours into Saturday morning. And dry with low clouds expected to continue throughout the extended forecast, with the valley fog overnight hours into early morning each day throughout the extended forecast period. Now there's that weak upper level disturbance by midweek, promising not much of an event, possibly some mountain snow and a bit of a dusting along the rest of the region. But overall, dry conditions expected to top out and dominate throughout the next few days. Temperature maxed out around 37 in Ephrata. The low was 30. The sun set at 4:42. Minimum temperature in the mid-30s. So we are right around where we should be, but there is a bit of a warm-up. Temperatures expected to be a few degrees above normal, such as across Moses Lake around the 40-degree mark, approximately 3 degrees above normal registering this afternoon. Lower 30s was the low temperature. Conditions right outside your door in the mid-30s with some cloud cover. That wind out of the northwest, very light at around 3 miles per hour. This is what we've seen during the past 24 to 48 hours across the area. Dry conditions, however, that valley fog quite persistent across our immediate region. Inland northwest is where much of that snow activity will take place as that weak upper level system makes its way into the area. Here's a quick look at what we are anticipating for Tuesday. Dry weather, some cloud cover developing Tuesday into the evening and overnight hours into Wednesday. Some of that snow activity too towards inland northwest, but still mostly cloudy skies across the basin. That valley fog will continue to impact the region, and some rain expected to develop along the border with Canada. Quick look at the conditions for this Tuesday afternoon. Mostly gray skies expected across the Tri-Cities area. And as we zoom in across the basin, partly to mostly cloudy skies with those temperatures right around 40 for our immediate region. Quick look during the next few days, that valley fog expected for much of the week. Mostly sunny skies anticipated as we head into Friday and Saturday. Good to be with you, everybody. This segment brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. We'll be right back with sports.
It's a fact. Toyota offers 10 different vehicles with available 4 or all-wheel drive. So when roads are a challenge, we have your answer with great limited time savings, including the best-selling RAV4 right now with APR financing as low as 0%. Or go for the larger Highlander with $1,000 cash back or the same 0% APR. Both ready to take you down winter's toughest roads. Discover Toyota's 4 and all-wheel drives for yourself. Visit any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
Are you looking to improve your or your child's smile? At Casciati Orthodontics, we make it our mission to make braces more affordable and fun. Our business has proudly served the Columbia Basin for over 20 years, and our new conveniently located state-of-the-art facility offers a relaxing environment full of fun activities for the kids. We accept all types of insurance and have convenient payment plans available. Give us a call for a complimentary evaluation, no referral needed, or check us out on the web and make an appointment online.
Welcome back. I'm Bob Kirkpatrick with today's local sports. The Big Bend Running Vikes split road games with Blue Mountain and Treasure Valley College over the weekend. Big Bend got by the Timberwolves 86-65 Friday on the strength of 29 points from Brendan Westendorf and 22 from Victor Aguero. But the team dropped Saturday's contest to the Chuckers 82-78, despite 5 running Vikes scoring in double figures. The split puts Big Bend at 3-1 in the NWAC East Region standings and 11-4 overall and 1 game back of conference-leading Treasure Valley. The Lady Vikings suffered a gut-wrenching 77-75 overtime loss to Blue Mountain, but bounced back big with a lopsided 90-59 win over the Lady Chuckers. 6 players scored in double figures for Big Bend, led by 17 from Jessica Sorensen. Riley Jamet and Sam Orn had 15 each. Julie Bonner and Elizabeth LaRue added 13, and Aubrey Vale finished with 11 points in the win. Big Bend is back on the hardwood Wednesday when the teams host Columbia Basin College. iFIBER 1 Sports will be broadcasting the games live beginning at 6 p.m. Well, there was a lot of exciting Columbia Basin High School basketball action over the weekend. Here's a look at what happened. Josh Hurst sank 2 free throws with 2.8 seconds left, and the Moses Lake Chiefs upset Columbia Basin Big 9 conference leader Eastmont 54-52 at home Friday night. The game was a real Donnybrook as the lead changed hands 8 times. Moses Lake was up 22-18 at the end of the first quarter and led 37-36 at the half. The Wildcats took a 43-41 lead into the final 8 minutes of the contest. After exchanging runs throughout the fourth quarter, the Chiefs pulled even at 52 with less than 30 seconds to go. Eastmont inbounded the ball at the Moses Lake end of the court and pushed it to midcourt, but the Chiefs' Isaiah Thomas came up big with a steal and got the ball to a streaking Hers, who was fouled on his way to the hoop. Hers missed the bucket, but was put on the free throw line for 2 shots and sank both of them, and Moses Lake came away with the upset win. The Chiefs hit the road Saturday and picked up a 66-49 win over Davis to improve to 5-3 in the Columbia Basin Big 9 standings. Moses Lake is tied with Wenatchee and Davis for second place and just 1 game back of first-placed Eastmont. Dylan Betham scored 21 points and pulled down 9 rebounds, and Ephrata knocked off the CWAC's top dog in the Grandview Greyhounds at home Saturday to push the Tigers' win streak to 8 games. Ephrata blew out Toppenish 60-35 on the Tigers' home court Friday. The victories improve Ephrata to 8-2 in league play and 1 game back of Grandview. The Soap Lake Eagles improved to 5-0 in Central Washington 1B South Conference play with a 67-35 shellacking of the Intiat Tigers at home Friday. Bo Nielsen led the Eagle charge with 18 points and 10 rebounds. The win puts Soap Lake at 11-1 overall and gives the 4th-ranked Eagles their best start to a season in more than a decade. In girls basketball, it was Moses Lake High School extending its win streak to 6 games. The Chiefs jumped out to an early lead and ran past Eastmont 66-32 Friday, and then avenged an earlier loss at home to Davis with a 69-54 road win over the Pirates Saturday. McKenna Walker led the Moses Lake attack with a 2-game total, 32 points. The wins moved the Chiefs to 6-2 in the Big 9 Conference and into a 3-way tie for first place with Davis and Sunnyside. The Ephrata Tigers moved to 6-4 in CWAC play with back-to-back wins over the weekend. Kendall Sage knocked down 20 points in a 59-42 win over Toppenish, and Sierra Woods scored 15 in Ephrata's 58-49 win over Grandview Saturday. Michaela Loudon picked up the slack for Anna Yarbrough, who was having an off night as she hit for 12 points in the Moses Lake Christian Academy's game against Pateras Friday night. But Loudon didn't get any help from her supporting cast, and the Lions dropped the game to the Nannies 45-33 to fall to 4-2 in Central Washington 1B South Conference play and 10-3 overall. And finally, the Moses Lake Chiefs wrestling team finished 3rd at the Central Kitsap Man Classic Saturday. Moses Lake is back in action Tuesday when the Chiefs travel to Othello to match up with the 2A powerhouse Huskies. Well, be sure and tune in tomorrow night for iFIBER 1 Sports coverage of the Soap Lake Moses Lake Christian Academy basketball games. The action gets underway at 6. Well, that's it for sports. We'll be right back after this.
Did you know that Little Chiefs Childcare is expanding their Juniper Street location? This great new place across from Moses Lake Clinic is designed just for preschool and school-age children. For over 8 years, Little Chiefs kids like me have found the love and attention every child needs to be healthy and happy. The grown-ups there have gone to college, so they know how to make sure kids from 1 month to 12 years old have a great place to learn and play. Come join our growing Little Chiefs tribe.
We believe in home and all the magical things that come with it. We believe in living rooms with forts made from sofa cushions and blankets. We believe in the man cave, the woman cave, and finally, we believe that our calling in life is to find the home that's perfect for you. Coldwell Banker, fulfilling dreams for over 100 years.
Our spotlight story tonight is about how well prepared the Columbia Basin was for the Seattle Seahawks game on Sunday.
I'm Cody Johnson with iFIBER 1. I'm down here at Timeout Pizza. They've been selected for the second straight week as one of the official Seahawk fan rally points in Washington State. All right, I'm with two of the Seagals. We've got Zoe and Sunrose. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Of course, we're really happy to be here.
You can see people gathering behind you. You have a lot of fans here tonight.
We're so excited to be here. Hi guys, how are we doing?
Is this your first trip to Ephrata?
It is our first trip. It's our first trip. It's great to be back on the eastern side. I'm actually from Eastern Washington, so happy to be here.
All right. Now, I have to ask you, you guys were there when the 12th man set the world record for crowd noise. What was that like?
You know, the energy was absolutely incredible. I mean, I swear, I think Zoe and I probably couldn't hear for like the next 2 days, and even up until now.
The sound, I mean, it showed up on the Richter scale for as an earthquake.
Former Seahawk linebacker Brian Flonis. Brian, thank you for taking a minute with me. I know you got a long line of people waiting to get your autograph.
Yeah, this place is crazy. This is a great Seahawk rally. It's probably an example for the rest of the state. I bet nobody in a small town like this is going to get a turnout like this.
That you were actually the very first player that was taken by the team from a walk-on open tryout.
Yes, I was. Yep. Yeah, it was the first open. They don't do it anymore, but it was anybody off the street and come in. And I didn't get picked up as a free agent out of college because I played nose guard. And I was, 220 pounds. I wasn't big enough as a defensive lineman. So what my coach at WSU said, hey, go to this tryout and see what happens. I went to the tryout, tried out. There was 300 people there. I was selected to go. They gave me an opportunity to go to training camp, and the rest was history. Yeah, I was the first one ever.
Now, I also I had to do some research on this, but your very first preseason game was against the 49ers. And you had some unbelievable numbers, 17 tackles and 2 sacks.
Yeah, actually it was the third game, but it was 17 tackles, 2 sacks, a caused fumble on a kickoff return. And at going into our last game of preseason, I was a leading tackler for tackles and sacks on the team.
I'm Cody Johnson with iFIBER 1 from the official Seahawks rally point here in Eastern Washington, Timeout Pizza.
You know, it's always going to be a tough fight, but you know what? Who's going to come on top? It's going to be us.
Seahawks.
Go Hawks.
It looks like the extra support helped as Seattle defeated San Francisco to earn a place in the Super Bowl. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Kono. I am your local Ephrata Farmers Insurance Agent. Here at Cheryl Kono Insurance Agency, our customers always come first. We don't just work here, we live here. Please stop by the office, call, email, or Facebook me for a free auto, home, life, business, or farm and ranch quote today. We are insurance. We are farmers. Come in for a free quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, dum, bum, 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 bum.
6 years ago, my dad began having issues with headaches, sore throats, and constant fatigue. He tried treating the problem with over-the-counter medications and lots of caffeine. Finally, he talked to his doctor who confirmed our suspicions. Dad had sleep apnea. He didn't like the idea of using a CPAP, but after trying it one night, he was convinced. We found everything he needs for a much better quality of life at In-Home Medical.
In Northwest news, football fans have plenty to cheer about if they're rooting for the home team. Seattle Seahawks fans are excited to see the team go to its second Super Bowl in franchise history. In 2005, the Seahawks lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Last night, one fan carried a cheering photo of Coach Pete Carroll as the crowd poured into the streets of Seattle to celebrate. Police were nearby to make sure nothing turned violent. The Seahawks beat their NFC West rival, the San Francisco 49ers, 23-17 yesterday. Seattle will now face the former AFC rivals, the Denver Broncos, in Super Bowl 48 on February 2nd in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Police are looking for a pickup that killed 2 people in western Washington this morning. Reporter Spencer Graham has the story.
Police in Washington State are looking for a driver responsible for a fatal hit and run this Monday morning. That crash killed 2 people who were in the crosswalk when the vehicle came barreling through. A driver behind the suspect says she saw it all happen and used her car to block the intersection, keeping other cars from hitting the victims. She also says there's no excuse for this behavior.
It's just unfortunate that, I don't care how drunk you are or how high you are or what stupid mistake you've done, that you just keep going and never touch your brakes.
Police say the Toyota Tundra they are looking for has damage to the front end grille area. They are also looking for a black pickup that they say may have also hit one or both people in the crosswalk.
Thank you, Spencer. And that's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.